Hello Smashers and welcome back. Happy New Year to you guys. Hopefully you had a fantastic break and you're now ready to absolutely smash 2020. Now today I'm going to be talking about the sales that Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, helped me to achieve in the fourth quarter of 2019. For those of you that have been watching me since I ever started last year, you'll know that I did a very similar video last year. So you'll be able to see the growth from these sales that I've made in just 1 year, and hopefully it'll persuade those of you that are kind of on the fence about doing Amazon FBA. Hopefully it'll persuade you that, just to get involved, because I've just looked at my sales for the fourth quarter and genuinely they did actually quite surprise me. They were quite a bit higher than I did actually expect. Now I know a lot of people sometimes just talk about sales, that's all they talk about. Well, for those of you that I can already sense are getting, absolutely triggered, keep your hair on. I'm going to be revealing my profit figures as well. So just to kind of show you guys that I am completely genuine, I'm not hiding anything or anything like that. I'm going to be showing you my Amazon Seller Central. I think in the last video that I did where I did a screenshot of my sales, I got a couple of messages being like, these are fake, these are Photoshop or anything like that. So I'm going to be showing you as much as I can without actually revealing my products, just to show you how much the potential of Amazon FBA. So if we just jump into my screen now, just make sure it's recording. Yep, you can see these are my sales for today. So what we're going to do is change the custom date. We'll change that to 1st of October, so the first day of the fourth quarter. For those of you that aren't familiar with quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, generally quarter four of the year is the biggest of the year within the UK and Europe, just purely because of Christmas, Black Friday and all these little holiday events. People go wild for just buying things on Amazon in the fourth quarter. So let's load up my fourth quarter sales. Here we go, and we press apply. So here are my sales for the fourth quarter, £142,000, which is crazy amount considering, guys. Don't forget that I've only been selling for just over a year now. I've known about Amazon FBA for 18 months to 2 years, and I've been learning about it over that period. But in terms of actual sales, I only started selling in September 2018. This should hopefully give those of you that are umming and ahhing about getting involved, hopefully it will give you the confidence and the comfort that you really should be getting involved. This is a fantastic opportunity. Anyway, let's talk a bit about my sales now, and then I'm going to get onto the important thing, which is obviously profit. That's what you guys are interested in, right? So sales here were a lot higher actually than last year, and the reason for that was that I had 2.5 products. Now I say 2.5 because I did have 3, but really annoyingly I sold out of one of them at the beginning of December. That was kind of through no fault of my own. It was a new product that I only launched in November, so I didn't want to go too mental with the amount that I was ordering. I just ordered an amount that I thought I'd be able to easily get rid of if the sales weren't great. Luckily for me, the sales were brilliant, and you can see here, I think 29th, that was Black Friday, I did 186 sales, and look at that. The comparison to last year, the year prior, I did 76, so I did more than double, which is just absolutely fantastic and shows you just how rapidly things can progress with Amazon once you've kind of got a good ranking and you've got a good brand and you know what you're doing. And then thereafter that, I think I kind of sold out. I think I sold out of my third product around here, and you can see the sales came down a bit, but because of the Christmas effect, getting closer and closer to Christmas, it's getting busier and busier. I still managed to keep up sales of 150 odd units. Again, for those of you that have been watching me since I started, last year my sales record was 190 units, and this year I've surpassed that with 186. So that's the record that I want to try and beat this year. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. And one other thing that I wanted to discuss actually that I thought was really interesting are the post-Christmas sales. So We only had a week before the year was out, before the end of Q4. But last year, you can see my sales actually pretty much went to near enough nothing. I think on Christmas Eve I did 4, and then I think I ran out actually, so I did nothing after that. But this year I was a lot more well equipped, well prepared, and I had stock still in. And this really surprised me. Like you can see at Christmas Eve I only did 16 sales, but then Christmas Day I did 42, which I was really shocked at. People are actually still going on Amazon and buying my products, which I was fairly surprised about. And then after that as well, my sales have just continued to be okay. On the 30th of December, I did 90 units, nearly £1,500 worth of sales, which I was really surprised at. I thought that people generally after Christmas didn't really spend much, but obviously they still like my product well enough to get online and spend some more money. Now, what I'm going to talk about now is the juicy bit, the profit. What a lot of guys do, a lot of these YouTubers, is they'll just talk about revenue. They would have probably just ended the video there and said, I've made £150,000 in 3 months, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we're interested in profit. So what I'm going to do first is show like a summarized view of the profit calculation that I've put together. And then I'm going to show you the figures according to Shopkeeper, which gives you line by line. Okay, so here is a similar chart to what I did last year. So you could, if you want, you could go back to the previous video and compare just to see like how much my figures have grown in a year. So for the fourth quarter, £140,000. I'm actually now VAT registered, which sucks. That's a requirement. If you generate more than £85,000 in a year, then you need to register. And clearly I've done that in 3 months. So £24,000, that's the amount that I owe to good old HMRC. Then my cost of goods sold, so around £50,000. And again, for those of you that have watched my previous videos, you'll know that I took one of the biggest risks of my life and invested a huge sum of money, £50,000, everything that my business had generated since inception into stock. So you can see that right here, which means, good news guys, I managed to sell all of the stock that I actually bought, which I was elated at. I can now sleep soundly without worrying or anything like that. So that's the cost of goods sold, so all of my stock from my products. Then good old Amazon fees. This is, again, it just really surprises me how much Amazon do manage to squeeze out of you. £40,000 worth of fees I paid to Amazon just in the fourth quarter of the year. So I spent £9,000 on advertising costs. So to get my listing on the front page, to get it seen, to get clicks and to get more purchases. And I spent £32,000 on Amazon fees, which are fulfillment fees. So how much it costs for Amazon to package it up for me and send it to the post office. And then send it to the customer, sorry, and then referral fees. So basically just the commission for Jeff Bezos letting me to sell on his site. So in terms of overall profit, guys, this is for 3 months. I made £27,000 after VAT, cost of goods sold, and Amazon fees, which is an awesome amount. That's just for 3 months' work. And I say work, I didn't really do much in the fourth quarter. It's kind of all the hard work was done earlier in the year when I'm trying to find what products to sell and listing optimization and things like that. So £27,000, that is a life-changing amount of money. And I'm still hungry for more. I know there is more opportunity out there to carry on growing. I've just launched in Europe. So one of my New Year's resolutions, guys, one of my targets is, firstly, I want to get to £100,000 worth of sales in a single month, which hopefully I will be able to do. Last year, my record was 72,000. So hopefully with the growth through this year, I'll be able to achieve that. And it would be fantastic if I could get to £40,000 of profit in a quarter, maybe even a month, who knows? So just to give you guys more of an insight into the breakdown of that figure there, I'm just going to jump onto an app called Shopkeeper. I've actually got a trial subscription for that in the description box below, and it's just fantastic at breaking everything down. So you can see here, what it does is I've selected the dates that I want to show you guys my profit figures, and it shows you column by column how many units you've sold. So here you can see like the Christmas effect. In October, I sold 1,500 units. In December, I sold more than double that. Then if we scroll down, so you can see my revenue here of 140,000, and then we've got like taxes and like other fees to do with Amazon. And then we've got the actual fees paid to Amazon in terms of those referral fees, which is that in total of Q4, I paid £18,000 and my FBA fees were £17,000. Now this one, I was actually surprised at the monthly storage fee. I was pleasantly surprised because in my last video where I spoke about me spending £50,000 worth of inventory, I got a lot of messages saying, what about your storage costs? Those are going to be insane. But my product is actually quite small, which is one of the reasons that I encourage my students to choose products that are quite small, because they're lightweight. It's not going to cost a fortune to ship from China to the UK. And Amazon's storage fees are very reasonable. I had like 7,000 units worth of inventory, and in the 3 months I had them there, it cost me 125 quid, which isn't bad, is it? So £125. Then coupon redemption fees. I kind of, one of my tricks to increase sales is to have a coupon, a discount code, which I would definitely recommend putting on your listing if you haven't got one. It makes it a bit more eye-catching and it kind of gives the customer a bit more of a reason to buy from you. But per coupon redemption, Amazon charges you about 45p. So that is the fee that Amazon charged me, £220, which was totally worth it. Then we've got my manufacturing costs, which we've already run through. And then we've got things like pay-per-click and like refund fees and other things like that. So in total, and then we've got inventory reimbursement, which is basically Amazon losing stock or customers damaging things and like sending it back and things like that. So, but in total, here is the headline figure of £27,000 for the 3 months to December, which I am like over the moon with. And don't forget, guys, as well, in addition to me only having 12 months like trading experience or just over that, I still have a full-time job. I still, go to work every day. So this, for me, is just a complete secondary income that I'm just earning whilst I'm sleeping, whilst I'm at work, whilst I'm on holiday, having fun, things like that. So this is like an incredible passive income stream for me. And I really, really do encourage you guys, for those of you that are on the fence or haven't really got the motivation to get involved, I'm really hoping that this video here and this chart here can kind of give you the kick up the backside to get involved, because it really isn't too late. Like this time last year I had one product, then in around March, April time I launched another, and then I've just launched my third product in November. I'm back in stock now, so this year I'm hoping to launch another 2 or 3 products at least. I'm expanding to Europe, so you can kind of see the trajectory, and it really isn't that difficult. It just takes a bit of effort and a bit of I suppose determination to actually make this succeed. I had no prior selling experience. Before this, I had never done proper e-commerce. I got a D in art at school. I'm not creative, but just through determination and just like a willingness to get involved and to succeed, I've managed to create this income stream here, which is just like absolutely brilliant, and it really is life-changing. So for those of you that do want to get involved and you want to learn a bit more about it, I really encourage you to subscribe to my channel. You can join me on the Amazon FBA Smashers group on Facebook. And if you would like to be mentored by me and coached by me, you can join me on the Amazon FBA Smashers course. It's like a collection of over 80 video tutorials, basically just with the blueprint of what I've done, how I've done it. It includes tools that I've built to help you guys increase your chances of success and to just basically make your journey a lot easier. And it'll include like complete mentorship from me. So if you've ever got a question or you want feedback on a product you found, you can just message me and I'll let you know. So that is it for this week, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully it's kind of opened your eyes just to the potential of Amazon FBA. And for those of you that were worried I was just going to be showing my revenue figures, hope you're satisfied that I showed my profit. I really do kind of take pride in the fact that I feel I'm one of the most open and transparent Amazon FBA tutors out there. A lot of people wouldn't show you this level of detail. So hopefully you appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your week, guys. I will see you next time.